Like the Yanomamo, the Mende of New Guinea at one time resolved old animosities and disputes by fighting between descent groups, but the government has now outlawed such hostilities. So the Mende had to find a substitution for inter-clan warfare and its related functions, the establishment of rank and prestige, building or strengthening alliances, settling economic scores. For the Mende, the cassowary contest now provides a replacement for inter-clan warfare. The cassowary contest can take years to properly plan. During the event, each clan will take turns going into near bankruptcy to buy expensive cassowaries, which will be offered to members of other clans. The host clan boastfully tallies their offering. Each clan member will kill and display his cassowary. The birds will be ceremonially cooked and eaten. In a few days, the visiting clan will be the host clan. It will be their chance to reciprocate and demonstrate their prestige by the extent of their giving. As long as each clan has displayed the maximum generosity, both clans win. Honor and a new peace is achieved. What appears to be a colorful social ceremony also serves as a political conference, resulting in financial disarmament between clans. While the cassowary contest is one of the most memorable clan competitions in a Mende's life, the purchasing or terminating of an anti-ghost cult provides a major opportunity for clans to cooperate. Malicious ghosts permeate the Mende world. So fearful are they of upsetting the jealous ghost that once someone is buried, they never mention his name again. The ghosts are a threat to all, so different clans must work together in an anti-ghost campaign. The cult will entice the ghosts to a spirit house where they can be contained and appeased with ritual pig sacrifices. In many cultures, a cult is based on a clan ancestor to emphasize shared descent. But among the Mende, a cult must be purchased from another clan to the south of them. This can strengthen inter-clan cooperation at a spiritual and economic level. For as long as they can remember, this southern clan has been the only one who knows the secrets of the cults. But before they can buy a new cult, they must ceremonially dismantle the old cult, which has served to protect them against the ghosts for 7 years. It is now waning in strength, so the clans must gather in a carefully coordinated ceremony. The 3 leaders, or domos, of the southern clan will use their secret magic to help their northern neighbors purge the old cult. It will take them 3 days and nights, a time when inter-clan solidarity will be strengthened through ritual. The ceremony also provides opportunities for other bonds between clans to be cemented. Every morning, contingents of young warriors in formal costume enter from different assembly areas to parade. It is a chance for the men of visiting clans to show off and look over the local women. Strong incest taboos prohibit Mende men from meeting many eligible women under normal circumstances. An inter-clan gathering provides many new possibilities. One of the important functions of descent groups in most cultures is the regulation of marriage. For the Mende, marriages between lineages forge valuable alliances. In the evenings, the Mende women will sing bold invitations. The men will spend the night visiting female prospects and introducing themselves. This kind of informal drama will be interspersed with the cult activities prescribed by the domos of the southern clan. First, the opossum of the opossum cult they have purchased must be killed and stripped of its flesh. Then the male clan members will rush the spirit house and use the jaws of the thousands of pigs they have sacrificed to make symbolic corpses. The next day, the climactic funeral of these corpses culminates the clan's special gathering. The girls with their courting songs. 500 men marching, then rushing to the spirit house. And in a final frenzy, it is over. In societies like the Mendes, religious, political, economic, and social activities are interwoven and inseparable from descent groups, which are the only recognized organizing structures of the culture. The Mende are horticulturalists. On a daily practical level, these ties can organize the land tenure, division of work, and other subsistence needs. Linking generation with generation through the male line, descent groups allow Mende culture to continue as it has for thousands of years. For the horticulturalists of the Trobriand Islands, the ways of the people are handed down not so much from father to son as from mother's brother to son. Their descent groups are based on matrilineal descent. So it is the men in the mother's family who fulfill the functions we associate with a father in our culture. Although the Trobrianders have a matrilineal society, the men hold the positions of political leadership. These positions, however, are handed down through the mother's bloodline. In this ranked society, a boy receives his status from his mother's descent group, called a Dala. Most Trobrianders are not intimately familiar with their ancestors, but a boy being trained for Dala leadership must be able to recite his genealogy to prove his worthiness and show his closeness to prestigious ancestors. Non-hereditary status in this horticulturalist society is determined by one's generosity in yam giving. This, too, is influenced by the matrilineal organization of the culture. A man tends his garden to give his yams to his sister and her husband, not to his own wife. In turn, a woman's husband who belongs to a different Dala is obliged to support his sister's family. Because the Trobrianders do not recognize a child's biological father to be a blood relation, he is treated as a stepfather would be in our culture. A husband has little authority in his wife's family. He is far more important in his sister's family. The uncle-nephew relationship is at the heart of the culture's social structure. During the annual Yam Festival, several matrilineages gather to celebrate the harvest and distribute their bounty. Their festival dances and songs portray their relaxed attitude about sex, an attitude which often occurs in cultures which do not associate sex with procreation. When missionaries came to Christianize the Trobrianders, they had difficulties with such thinking. Conversely, the Trobrianders had problems understanding a Father in heaven, or Christ who was his Son. The concept of a father and son was foreign to their way of thinking. So today, the matrilineal Trobrianders still perform their dances. For the Trobrianders, the Yanomamo, and the Mende, descent provides groups that promote political and social order and pass on a culture from generation to generation. Among the Yanomamo, the lineage your father belongs to can determine your political and family alliances and obligations. For the Mende, the political, economic, and religious ceremonies of the culture are all intertwined with clans, which provide the culture's basic social structure. In our own individualistic culture, descent plays a relatively unimportant role. Yet we are people who, by and large, come from countries where descent is still often important. From the nations of Europe and Russia to the empires of the Far East, to the chiefdoms of Africa, the ruling power was passed on through ties of blood and marriage. Throughout the world and throughout history, groups based on descent have played vital roles. Like looking at others and then ourselves in the mirror, appreciating the effect of descent in other societies can help us see ourselves and our own culture in new ways.